corrected the so-called error that was here. So I've corrected the error now. I look through my data. There are no errors left again, and I move on. Now, another thing I want us to notice is that when we were filling the form, the only place we typed was your name. Right? It was only your name you typed, I think, and the salary. Yes. One thing we practice when we want to collect record is data validation. Limit the things that human beings type. If you leave, you can see the only one of the things that we allowed human beings to type, there was error. Yes. So limit the things. So to keep your records in a very neat format, limit the things humans type. And that's where data validation comes in. Learn to validate your data. There are various tools, there are different validation methods. So you have to limit the things that human beings can type, because we make mistakes. Computer does not make mistakes because they are perfect. They are very, very perfect. But human beings, we make mistakes. I can just show you the example. Yes. Yeah, but I wouldn't do that if you do salary, because you're going to see it as text. So the best is just let people type their salary, because that salary you won't sum it up. It's just a range. But if it comes in as individual salary, you can perform different functions on it. But if it's salary range, that dash in between is already turning it to text. So you might not be able to do some certain things on it. Maybe just count it and understand. So limit the things human beings type. If human beings are typing, if not that this date of birth was in a date format, I'm very sure that some people might type. It's not intentional. It's not that some people are good. Some people, no. It is just our DNA. We make mistakes. It's very normal. Some people might not even type dates. Okay, for example, 25. I want to put 25. Some people might type it in words 25. And you'll be like, where do I start from? Exactly. But we limited it by just putting dates. So pick your year, pick your dates, and move on. Look at this, state of origin. We've already put the state and the capital there. But if you say that some people should put their state of, some people they can be from Bauchi, they can put capital letter B, you spell it in the normal, but some can put small letter B and see capital letter B and small letter B as different things. All programming languages see it as different things. So your analysis will not be correct because they are already different. It's not seeing them as the same entity. But now with this one, everything is coming in as the same because I have validated it. So learn to limit what human beings type. That's why we practice. One of the things we practice in data automation, how it's generated automatically, and human beings will not be typing too, because once human beings start choking different hands inside it, problem. So that is clear, right? Exactly. So another thing that I will talk about, if you look at this Excel, I assume that we all have basic or no knowledge on Excel. So this is Google Sheets. If you download it and you use it, almost like Excel too. It's just different. Google owns this one. Excel, Microsoft is the owner of that one. That's the difference between Google Sheets and Excel. But for this class, everybody's going to be using, we're going to be using Excel. So if you look closely, these ones are called cells. Let me open a new, I'll click on this plus sign and the new sheet is going to open. So this is called a sheet. So is there anybody in this class that has never used Excel? There's nothing to be ashamed of. I was once a novice. In fact, the first time I used the Excel and I tried to type a figure and it was bringing ash, I thought I made a mistake. And my tutor was like, no, expand your screen. You will see your value here. So I've been there. So is there anybody in this class that is not really familiar with Excel? Thank you. Okay. So when you say, so this is Google Sheets, I will show you Google Sheets and I'll show you Excel. So this is Google Sheets. It's owned by Google. So if you have a Gmail account, you have this automatically. Now, you see this A, B, C, D, E. They are called columns. A, B, C, D, E. They are called columns. You see that 1, 2, 3. They are called rows. So there is column, there is row. And in between it is what we call cell. All these ones, they are cells. This is where we type things in Excel. If I type A, I press enter, A will come out. If I type B, it will come out. So this is exactly how it looks like. So let me show you Excel, because Excel is the most popular spreadsheet app. You can see that it's the same thing. A, B, C, D, E, they are the columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are the rows. In between them are the cells. This is the cell, this is the cell, this is the cell. You can see how the cells look like. Anything you type inside will come out. And every cell has their location. How do you locate a cell? So if this thing now, for example, is in column I, row 9, that's its own unique ID. You can see that even in Excel, there's still unique ID. So if I want to get this cell location, I just come to this place. Can you see? It's telling me it's in I. Maybe because it's I, you know. Good. You can see it's saying this one is in G9. That's the exact location of that stuff. This is just Excel. There are various things. People use it for different things. Some people, they keep records. Some people, they perform. Some people, they analyze. You can use it to do various things. One of the tools that we use in data analysis, Excel. So you see everything that is above like this. It's just like Microsoft Word, where you're typing bold, underline, italics, all those stuffs, merge, center, change the color. Our data came in. Everybody typed individually, but it brought it in as column, same data type. Before we take our function that is added to it, it's automatically added to that range. You don't have to keep redoing. Right. Send me to your table tag to me. Thank you. Hi, truth. So that is just how it works. So automation. You see what I said about automation? So as the last person that filled his, as Uzo, no, David filled his own, what did he do? It automatically added it to the range. It's not that it's separate from one other place. You can see that every individual column has their own data type. Now I've downloaded it. You should have downloaded a table data. That's why as you're adding information to it, it's automatically adding to it. You can see. See another error. So one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to convert it to a table. We just put here and do Control T. It's not working. Yeah, to convert it to a table. Is it? No, it's not even that. Yeah. It's not, no, I don't know what is wrong with it. Sometimes it glitch. I'll just close it and reopen it to work. So hey, what I was explaining that time is in this place, you can see that there are arrows. You can see that when we brought it into that place, the arrows have disappeared. There are two different tools. I told you already, it's different developers, different tools. So for it to be able to function properly in Excel, we have to convert it to a table. But you can still conduct analysis, even when it's not in a table. What I'm explaining table for is that in case they want to add more information to it later, it's already automated. Once it's in a table, your information is automated. Whatever you've done, just refresh and it will add the remaining data you just added to it. So please, we take our break now. And after our break, we'll be back. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'll send it to you. With even the PDF that I've been using since I'm going to pass down. So we are taking our first break now. So reserve your seat. I'm bringing pan. Sarah, after mute. The break is for 30 minutes. Yes. Yes, you are definitely going to get the slides. It will be sent across to you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? Oh, let me just off my.